Welcome to Great Guitarist of the Rock Era. Today we dive deep into the life and career of one of rock's most underrated guitarists, Jakey Lee. From shredding with Ozzy Osbourne to his own incredible projects, Jake's influence is undeniable, so grab your guitars and let's hit it. But before we get started, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell for more stories. Jakey Lee was born Jakey Lou Williams on February 15th, 1957 in Norfolk, Virginia. His family moved to San Diego, California before his first birthday. His mother encouraged him to take classical piano lessons when he was 5 years old. He started playing his older sister's guitar at the age of 13 after hearing Jimi Hendrix, and became increasingly interested in learning the instrument. Other early influences were Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath. By the late 70s, he was performing in local bands, building a reputation as a formidable talent. At 18, he was in the band Teaser and was considered the best guitarist in San Diego, and he knew it. In 1980, Lee moved to LA and joined up with fellow San Diegan Stephen Pearcy and Mickey Rat, who soon shortened their name to just Rat. Pearcy wanted Lee to dress more attuned to the LA glam metal scene, along with some other bandmate issues, which led Lee to say, "Fuck you, I'm out." Lee says he was courted by Nikki Sixx and Tommy Lee to join Motley Crue, but he joined the band Rough Cut to get closer to their manager, Wendy Dio, and her husband, Ronnie James Dio. Impressed by Lee's playing after seeing Rough Cut, Dio would invite Lee to join the band he was putting together with Vinny Appice. Despite believing Rough Cut's future was promising, Lee felt the offer to join Dio was too good to pass up. Though his time in the band would be ultimately short-lived, Lee claims that Dio wanted him to play simple block chords that wouldn't trample on his vocals. Citing creative differences for the split, Jake soon found himself at the bottom of a bottle for a few months after the split. In 1982, Jake's big break came when he was recruited by none other than Ozzy Osbourne. He replaced the legendary Randy Rhoads, well, technically Brad Gillis. It was a daunting task for any guitarist, but Jake brought his own flair to the band, debuting on the iconic album Bark at the Moon in 1983. Key tracks are the title track with its killer outro solo and Rock&Rollrebel, which showcased Jake's incredible skills. The Ultimate Sin, released in 1986, was another huge album for Ozzy and crew. Key tracks are The Ultimate Sin, Shot in the Dark, and Secret Loser. With The Ultimate Sin, Jake solidified his status as a top-tier guitarist. Despite the success of the albums, Lee would find out he was fired from the band by his roommate after returning home from dinner with Sharon Osbourne. He would call Sharon, who told him, in fact, he was fired. After being fired from Ozzy's band, Lee formed Badlands with vocalist Ray Gillen in 1988. Badlands consisted of Lee, Gillen, drummer Eric Singer, and bassist Greg Chasin. The band released their self-titled debut album in 1989. Standout tracks on this one are Dreams in the Dark and High Wire. Badlands then released the follow-up album Voodoo Highway in 1991. Key tracks on this one are The Last Time and In a Dream. Gillen would leave the band before the recording of the upcoming third album, and the band would dissolve. Following the demise of Badlands, Lee opted for a radical musical departure and teamed with vocalist Mandy Lyon in a new band called Wicked Alliance. The band toured the U.S. in early 1994 and recorded a 3-song demo. The songs recorded were The Rust, Kiss This, and World Gone Wild. Lee would start his solo career with A Fine Pink Mist in 1996. Key tracks include Exit House and Demon A Go-Go. The album gave fans a taste of his personal style, blending hard rock and blues with melodic undertones. In 1998, Dusk, the final Badlands album consisting of unreleased live in-studio 24-track demos, was released in Japan. A European release followed in 2000. On 2005's Retraced, Jake visited songs from his youth, including covers of Whiskey Train and Evil, putting a fresh spin on them, proving his versatility and growth as an artist. He would play guitar on the 2009 Enough Enough album, Dissonance. In 2011, Jake appeared in the Beggars and Thieves video, along with Ron Keel, Blas Elias, Sunset Thomas, and Paul Shortino for the song We Come Undone, for which he played the guitar solo. In 2013, Lee formed a new band called Red Dragon Cartel. Their self-titled debut album was released in 2014 and featured the tracks War Machine and Deceived. A second album, Patina, followed in 2018 with the tracks Speedbag and Bitter. Over the years, Lee has appeared on musical tribute albums for Queen, AC/DC, Rush, Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, and Metallica. On October 15th, 2024, Lee was shot 3 times while taking his dog for a walk in the early morning in Las Vegas. He survived the incident and is expected to make a full recovery. Jake's influence stretches far beyond his discography. Guitarists like Zakk Wylde and Dimebag Darrell have cited him as a major inspiration. His unique style, blending technical skill with emotional depth, have left a lasting impact on rock music. While Jake E. Lee may not be a household name, his contributions to rock music are undeniable. From his classic riffs with Ozzy to his work with Badlands and beyond, he's a true guitar hero. If you enjoyed this dive into his life and music, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories. Let us know in the comments your favorite Jake E. Lee track. Thanks for watching and keep rocking.